I mean, it makes the drop a lot more consistent, and you don't have to try to, lower your drop tempo to kick it, try to get a spiral to cut through or anything. You just kind of get to lean back and, just kind of lay into it. So.
Let it fly?
Yes, sir.
I got a chance to kind of practice here some last year, now coming back, is it pretty comfortable feeling?
I mean, yeah, it's comfortable. I mean, I've been doing this all year at this point, so I mean, it's kind of nice just to be able to, have one less game with Josh and all the others like Brooksy and everybody, come out here and just kind of do what we do.
Special teams and bowl games always seem to come up big. You guys put a lot of importance on it. Do you kind of see that even ramped up more as you get closer to the game?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of always been kind of keeping special teams like part of practice all the way up, all through all the bowl practices before Christmas break and everything else. I mean, it's a huge part of what we do, and we understand that in order to win games, we got to execute. And, I mean, that comes down to me and the rest of our guys. And I mean, we take pride in our special teams.
How much does it help you not having any elements?
I mean, it helps a lot. It kind of eases your mind, I mean, also it doesn't give you any excuses if you mess up. So I mean, it's also kind of that sort of incentive to do well and everything. Not that you need any more than what you already have, but I mean, it's definitely cool to be able to punt where all the pros do.
How about you don't ever have any wind behind you either, though?
Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather have none at all than either or. So I mean, kind of like sometimes it makes the snaps go a little weird whenever he's snapping into the wind, even if I have it behind me. So sometimes they tail off and everything else. So I mean, it's pretty just all natural here.
What's this last month been like for you? I mean, just all these award shows, Ray Guy stuff.
I mean, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, just as far as, I mean, you never really start out a season like expecting anything. You just kind of go out and try to do your best. And I mean, to be rewarded like that, I mean, it's definitely a blessing. I mean, I don't feel like it's any part of me. It's just kind of the people around me and God, what He's done in my life and everything. I mean, it's I mean, I wouldn't be here without all other people.
Did it shake your confidence at all last year when you kind of lost the job late?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any excuses for that. I mean, it's just kind of, it's what happened. I mean, I just tried to come back better and come back this year. I mean, it was definitely some things that went on and stuff that, I mean, kind of contributed to how I was doing. And I mean, I was just struggling a little bit as far as getting my mind around the mental aspect of it mostly, just because I never really had to deal with, just kind of coming off from the sidelines and punting in high school. I was always like playing something else, so I just go back there and kick it. And I mean, it's always better than the person behind me, so I mean, I really didn't have to worry about any competition or anything in high school.
The fact that Auburn is such a directional punting team, it kind of hampers your average distance. I mean, obviously you finished middle of the NCAA, but we all know you're real valuable. Is it kind of weird, like explaining that to people and saying it's not all about yards per kick? Or?
I'm not really too worried about explaining it to people because, I mean, obviously people still take value in that just because, I mean, contributing. I mean, I was surprised that I made it that far as I did in the competition as far as for the Ray Guy, just because I didn't have the best average. And I mean, you always see like the Ray Guys finalists, they're always like 46, 47, just right up there with the NFL guys. And to be able to make it in that list with not really as, I mean, I wasn't too happy with it, but I mean, I'm never really satisfied. So, I mean, I'm just trying to come back next year and do even better.
The numbers that you look at, I mean, what are the ones that you're really honing in on? The ones that you
I really don't worry about stats, really.
I mean, no number? Because
I
hear
mean,
bull wears to hang time.
It's net, like net average is always the biggest, just because that's how much you actually punt. I mean, if you get a 70-yard punt and they return it 80 yards, I mean, that's -10 net, which isn't going to do you any good for the team. I mean, yeah, you had a 70-yard average, but I mean, obviously that's the biggest one. As far as, I mean, then that kind of just, that's the one that deals with like touchbacks. You get 20 knocked off your net every time you hit a touchback, and so I mean, that's probably the biggest statistic as far as that goes, because that pretty much encompasses everything.